I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there we are. I think I'm live. I can't really tell. Am I live?
You are.
Right, it's lagging so far behind. I'm live. Hello. It's me, the Creaky Blinder. Welcome to the very first Creakycast, as named by one of my subscribers, and I just wish I could remember who it was, but I can't, so there we go. And tonight I am joined by the lovely Sarcastic Barman, who should now be smiling at us on the screen.
I am smiling, but lovely. I think you might be a bit confused there, but yeah, we'll let you off on that one.
Yeah, exactly. So basically the whole concept of this idea is to try and make my live streams a bit more interesting and less stressful for me, because you wouldn't believe how difficult it is to sit here on my own and talk for 2 hours on a Sunday night. Because although I always seem as if I've got plenty to say, and I usually have, it's not quite as easy as I thought it was going to be to maintain it. So I thought I would invite some people on, Dan being the first, and I have got people booked all the way up until April the 5th. So I've got a guest every Sunday up until April the 5th. And basically what we're going to do, we are going to grill this young man with some questions. Now, the questions are made up of things I found online. They're all relevant to what we do on YouTube. And there's a few sort of random questions thrown in there as well. So my extensive research shows that Dan started his YouTube channel on the 21st of August 2007, but then mysteriously didn't upload anything until 1 year ago. Is that right, Dan?
That is right, yeah. So basically I just made a YouTube account so I could comment and bitch about things online, because why the hell not? And I've always thought about doing bits. And the idea was, we'll do bits with my brother. And then I never did. And then my brother passed away. So now I do.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. I think
that's all right.
I think that's what everyone kind of does, though. I think there's a lot of people that have got aspirations to have a YouTube channel, but they never get any further than creating their YouTube account. But well, anyway, so how did you come up with the channel name? Apart from, obviously, you're a Sarky get and you're a barman, so your name is quite self-explanatory, but these questions are going to be aimed at everybody that's a guest on you. So why are you the Sarcastic Barman?
Because I'm a sarcastic twat, and I get the questions asked in the pub all the time of, where can we sit down? On a chair.
Yeah.
Are you open? No, I've just got the lights on for the fun of it. And I thought, you know what? Let's make a channel. We'll finally get round to making one, and that's going to be my goddamn name. Yeah. I mean, I meant to be more sarcastic in my videos, and in the end, I just end up swearing at people because I find them so goddamn stupid, but it still works.
So, when you decided to start making videos, was it so? If you weren't, would you choose another topic if you could, or are you happy doing what you do?
I'm happy doing what I do. I like the debunking side of things. I like taking the mick out of people who just can't understand basic science for the life of them. And it's a throwback to me, brother, because we used to watch videos together and we'd laugh at some of the stupid things that people come out with, like Eric DeBay and others, and you just go, yeah. How can you come out with this crap? And then once he passed away, it was like, no, I'm going to do this. And I almost named my channel after him. And I thought, nah, fuck it. That's going a bit far. Yeah. And just, continued doing the taking the mickness.
Yeah. Good. Well, and that's why I call my own channel a point and laugh channel, because I know a lot of the other guys approach it from a very scientific standpoint, and that's fine. But I'm not entirely convinced that any of these people actually believe the earth is flat. I think there's a very big bunch of them that have just realized that, hang on, people will buy into this. That might mean I can make some money from doing this. And that's why I'm a little bit suspicious as to whether these people actually are not real flat earthers. Do you know what I mean? Do they actually believe it, or is it just for attention and revenue?
I think a lot of them are in it for the revenue, because there is some money to be made there between Patreon adverts, pledges, PayPal donations, selling flyers to people, going on tours and things like that, talking at conferences. They're getting paid for this stuff. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's making money at the end of the day for them. But to make money by acting stupid, I don't think it's the way to go, really.
Well, it works for me.
Yeah, but you're not stupid. You're just bold. There's a difference.
Yeah, I know. I haven't got room for hair. So obviously you're already a fairly established channel now. So what is it about being a YouTuber that sort of gets you going? You know, makes you enjoy it?
It's a big break from work because obviously running a pub, it takes up so much time, and it's nice to have something that's a big disconnect from work that's completely different that I can go, I can relax with that and then spend 3 hours stressing over a video. But it's a different kind of stress, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I like seeing people in the chat, seeing the comments afterwards, knowing that people have enjoyed it, getting those thumbs up, and you're like, ooh, get addicted to checking comments after a release new video. I'm like, ooh.
So are you like me? Is looking at the YouTube Studio app the very first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Yes.
Yeah. It just becomes a thing that you feel you have to do, because I know a lot of people will say you shouldn't get caught up in sort of the numbers, but you can't help it, because you know it's what I found is the more people you know are watching what you do, you feel more compelled to do it and more motivated.
Oh gosh, yeah. There's nothing better than getting a video that gets a shed ton of comments, a shed ton of likes, and then seeing those comments and going, ooh, that's nice. The moment, my main thing is waking up in the morning, going into spam comments and trying to find a good spam one, but I don't get enough spam ones, which is a downer. So
yeah, I get loads and loads, because I've had people asking me, oh, why does my comment keep disappearing? But I've got certain words that they're not curse words, but they're all relevant to, like, for example, for a long time I didn't say that I was from Swansea, so one of my spam words is Swansea, because my thought process was, if anybody does know me and they try to out me, then it'll just get thrown into the spam, and I always forget to do it. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent as always.
That's all right. Well, if we're doing a quick tangent, I've got 2 words in my spam filter, and both are the slightly racist terms. That's all I've put in my spam, because I'm like, meh. But you still get links, and YouTube still picks up on certain things. If you put excessive swearing in a comment, like, this might be spam, and I'm like, you not watch my video, YouTube? I swear like a drunk sailor.
Yeah, you would think, wouldn't you? That's an interesting point, actually, because you would think that the algorithm would be able to recognize if any of the terms being typed into your comment section were relevant to what you'd been talking about in the video, and not put them in a spam folder. But
you'd like to hope so, but
yeah. But you know what they say about YouTube, it's just filled with hope, isn't it? We hope that they'll fix it.
Some days, is it? So
it's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal. So obviously you make videos about flat earthers, and pretty much only flat earthers, isn't it? With you,
flat earthers, anti-vaxxers. I've done a few different ones, but yeah, flat earthers are the main ones, because I'll be fair, they're low-hanging fruit, really. They're so easy to take the mick out of. I like doing anti-vax videos, but anti-vaxxers get me in a grumpy mood, because they actually do cause harm. I've done a couple of evolution deniers and dinosaur hoaxers, but it's getting there.
Yeah. So what is it about flat earthers and other conspiracy theorists then that you think make them a problem to normal people? Well, I was going to say people like us, but are we normal? I'm not so sure.
I'm relatively normal-ish, I think.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
I think Flat Earth is one of those stupid gateway conspiracies, because if you don't understand much science, or you're easily led, you soon get into, well, the world might be flat because I can't see a curve in the horizon. And then it leads you believing into other ones. Well, if the Earth's flat, then it's only got to be a few thousand years old, and then vaccines don't work, and then this is mind control, and 5G is going to kill us all. And you're like, yeah, let's stump it out of the source, shall we?
Yeah, so it's kind of a gateway conspiracy, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It leads to other craziness.
Yeah. So we've just discussed the next question, really, and it was how much attention do you pay to your negative comments, and like me, you were one of the lucky ones, and you don't get that many. Although I'm sure now, if any of those people are watching this video, I'm sure I will get some. But you must have had negative comments. Do you remember any of them? Are there any that stand out that you thought were particularly threatening or?
Oh God, no threatening
mean?
ones. A couple of mean ones for orphan. No, I've not been threatened. So
nobody's threatened to kill you yet.
No one's threatened to kill me. I've had
must just
Orphan
be me,
Red
then.
call me ugly. Wow. Yeah, Orphan Red's called me ugly, badly dressed, and things like that. So I took the mick out of that. But she did that in a live chat.
Yeah.
On a premiere of a video.
Yeah.
I've had the general sort of spammy comments of, no, it must be flat because of this, which I then respond to. But as for evil sort of you're a fat twat comments, I don't really remember getting any. So I guarantee now I'll go to my channel after this and people say, ha, twat. Like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. type some of those terms in the search bar in your back end, you'll find them. So a couple of people have said to me, it's in my comment section, that people like me and you are part of the problem, and that we are helping the flat earth gain traction. Do you think
because
that's
we
right
give it
or
the
not?
well,
we give it attention.
In a way, it gives it attention, doesn't it? But it's one of those things. If you try and just ignore it, it won't just be ignored, because it still gets brought up every so often on other things, and they have their conventions, and it gets brought up in the news. Unless everyone's going to ignore it completely, it's not going to work. And it's better to have other people saying this is stupid because of X, Y, and Z, rather than the flat earthers going, look at this, because then stupid people will believe it, which is not much help really to the grand scheme of science.
And that's the problem. See, there's always people that will buy into things regardless of how wrong they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because if there wasn't, there wouldn't be any flat earth channels, would there?
There wouldn't be flat earth channels or half the conspiracy stuff you get out there. So you've got to answer back to them sometimes, because a lot of them are asking these questions.
Yeah.
And it is nice, because some people who do fall into flat earth do then come away from it because of channels like ours.
Yeah.
That then show, look, this is why this is wrong. And you get people who turn away from being a flat earther and go, God, I was stupid.
Yeah.
But at least then they realize they're in the position they go, yeah, I was stupid. And most normal people will go, yeah, that's cool, you're all right now.
Yeah.
Whereas flat earthers go, shun, no.
Yeah. They tend, but because it makes me laugh. They sometimes refer to us globies as a sort of like a globe religion, but they are the ones that, as you quite rightly say, when somebody leaves believing in the flat earth, they just shun them. Like, I can't think what the religion's called now.
Jehovah's Witnesses get shunned.
Yeah, and the Amish and other religions like that. So, which is the religion? Belief that the earth is a globe, because it is, or belief in the flat earth, which is just a belief in something that isn't real?
I think a lot of them like to think they're special as well, though, don't they? And if
they're special, all right,
globe, they can't be special.
They're definitely special. So
they're a bit tough.
Yeah. Nobody's going to understand what that means. Only me and you. So, staying on the same topic, are there any conspiracy theories that you've either previously believed in and then found out they weren't true, or that you believe in now? Something you've come across and you're not quite sure enough to make a video about?
As a kid, I used to believe that aliens crash landed at Roswell and crop circles and all that.
Yeah.
And though I still believe, there's probably aliens out there, I don't think they come to Earth and anally probe people, because that's just a bit odd. But then you can always laugh at it and say, it is a bit, but then you can't blame them for anally probing us. We sent them unsolicited nudes on fucking Voyager 1, didn't we, or whatever it was? So...
But that's the thing. See, I think exactly the same way. I believe that there are aliens in the galaxy, because I think it's completely impossible that we're alone.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not think they've been to Earth.
No, I don't think they could hide it if they did come to Earth, especially the amount that these conspiracy theories seem to say, look, there's UFOs here, UFOs there. Yeah, why is all UFO pictures always grainy and crap? Everyone
Yeah.
nowadays has got like a 10 megapixel camera in their
Yeah,
pocket.
exactly. And I've said that in previous videos, you know. I think I said it in one of the Bigfoot videos I made. Everyone and their nan has got a absolutely amazing camera in their back pocket all the time. So where are these ultra HD crisp images of aliens and Sasquatch and whatever else it may be? It just takes away from, well, I was going to say takes away from the credibility, but is there any credibility there to start off with? I don't think
they
there
usually
is.
in the 70s, 80s, early 90s. Once you start getting into the late 90s, early 2000s, and digital cameras are starting to be about more and more people have got a decent camera to start with, even a film camera. It just slowly destroyed that whole let's make a really grainy footage thing and try and take money off people for showing it.
Yeah,
it doesn't work anymore because
no.
people have got better with technology.
Yeah, exactly. So I know the answer to the next question, but just as a quick side note as well, right? Because obviously I'm not really watching the side chat tonight, but I will later on because we will take some questions for Dan from the side chat. But how many people know who the Sarcastic Barman is? Give me a thumbs up if you know him. Give me a thumbs down if you don't. So the question is, what do you do when you're not making videos?
I run a pub down in Herefordshire, so yeah, I've got a nice little pub on a campsite. We do real ales, we do lots of gin, lots of wine, nice food, homemade burgers, and yeah, plop about with that. So run that with my wife.
Nice. And I've been there, and it is a very nice pub. It's
Have.
what I would call a traditional sort of country pub. Like an old-fashioned, and I don't mean it's old-fashioned as in, you know, get your paintbrushes out, but it's like pubs used to be 15, 20 years ago when they were still friendly little places that you could just go in, hang about with your pals and have a couple of beers.
Yeah, we do quite well. We get a good local trade coming in. We've just had Moretti and Amstel put on draft for lager, so they're going down really well.
Yeah.
And we do a nice
is your Amstel 80 pence a pint like it is in Benidorm?
Oh, hell no. It's £3.70 a pint.
Bargain. I will remember that
still
next
not a
time
bad
I
price,
visit
really,
my
is it?
brother. It's not bad at all, actually. What's the weirdest thing a subscriber or viewer, whatever you choose to call your subscribers, has done for you, to you, or asked you?
Ooh, weirdest thing a subscriber's done for me. Don't think I've not really got any weird subscribers. I mean, I've had free gifts or subscribers, shot glasses and pint glasses, which is quite nice with my logo on.
Yeah.
I get them sending me videos and things like that. Some odd ones that I get on Discord that send me some really strange stuff every so often. Done to me. I've hugged some of my subscribers because I've had a few others apart from yourself who've been down to the pub, so that's quite funky. No, there's nothing really weird because my subscribers are obviously a bit more normal than yours.
So I struggle with, like, if somebody refers to themselves as a fan, or I get emails, oh, I'm a big fan, and I just find it really weird.
I'll be fair. When I saw you in my pub from the kitchen as I was walking past, I fanboyed. I was like, oh my God, Creaky Blinders in my pub. I
just find it really weird because I'm not really the Creaky Blinder. I'm someone else. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Don't spoil that image.
I know, it's just really weird. I'm actually a 25-year-old brunette woman. This is all
you look good for it.
This is all just prosthetics.
Good prosthetics, fair play.
Anyway, on that note, back to your videos. So we all make videos in our own way, and I don't mean your presentation style now. I mean what's your creative process like? For example, I will sit down on a Tuesday morning because I am so well organized, and I will frantically search through YouTube and find a video, and if I can't find any, I'll look through my suggested, and I literally watch maybe a minute and a half of it, and then I think, yeah, I can get something out of this, and I chuck it into my editing software and I just wing it. So how do you come up with? And I'm not kidding either. That's exactly how I do it. I've got this thought that one day of maybe live streaming my process, but I don't know if people would be interested enough. So what's your sort of creative process like, Dan?
Funnily enough, much the same, but I go through any suggested videos first. So I get a few people that will send me video links on Discord. If I've got nothing I really like the look of on that, I think, oh, I'll do that in another week or two. Yeah. Then it's hit YouTube, go on search, type in a few different search things, see what I can find, go, no. Oh, that'll do. And again, paste it into Filmora and go, yeah, paste in the thing, and I wing it. I don't script anything.
Yeah, no, I don't either. And I have tried scripting it in the past, and I always watch my own videos back prior to them going live, and every time I've scripted a video, I can see that it's massively different from what I usually do, because everything I say, I'll watch. Let's say I leave a 10-second clip of the target video play. I may watch that 10 seconds 2 or 3 times, and then all of a sudden, then it's like, that's what I've got to say. So whenever I've tried scripting it, because I can do that while I'm watching through it, and I can write it down, but it just doesn't seem to come out as well.
No, I find with script, I scripted my very first video, and I hated it. It took me so long to do, and I don't feel it's spontaneous enough. I'll tend to watch it the once, say what I want to say, and then go back to the start of that segment, rewatch their bit, then my response. I think, yeah, that flows well, or I could have said that better, and then I'll redo from there. Yeah. But scripting, no, it's nice to have the spontaneity on it, and it works better with the swearing.
Yeah. So I've said in plenty of videos that I don't consider myself to be a debunking channel, right? As I say, I'm more of a point and laugh channel. So do you think, and some people will say that I am a debunking channel, but that's by the by. So do you think that what we do is actually helping anyone in the long term, or is it purely entertainment?
I think 99% of it is purely entertainment, and the other 1% are for the strange flat earthers that might come across our channel and go, oh, watch this one, I'll debunk it. And they go, well, actually, I can't. Yeah, you're right. I mean, they're few and far between, but I think most of it's entertainment. I love putting on videos when I'm in the kitchen prepping stuff, listening in the background and going, that was funny.
Yeah, exactly. And I do exactly the same thing. Probably a good percentage of the YouTube videos I watch, I don't actually watch, I just listen to them. Unless something particularly stands out, and quick rewind and watch what went on. But so I do pretty much exactly the same thing. Have you ever been recognised by anyone as the Sarcastic Barman? Has anyone ever come up to you and gone, oh, I watch you on YouTube?
Only in my pub, and there are people who have said, oh, I'm coming past, I'm in Hereford, do you want me to come to the pub? I said, yeah, come to the pub, there's the address, you're fine. Yeah. And they go, how do you know I'm not a crazy person? And I just say, how do you know I don't keep a baseball bat behind my bar? And they're like, oh, okay then. I mean, I do, but...
Yeah. We've actually got... Did I say this or not? We've got a crowbar behind the counter in the vape shop, and it's got the Rethinker written down the back of it. So if
mine says batteries not included.
Say, do you want me to give the Rethinker a shout, or are you going to calm down and go?
Oh no, mine says batteries not included on the side of the the bat. So.
Right then, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm keeping up and that we're all right for time. It's oh yeah, we're only half an hour in, man. Flipping heck.
Ideal.
Ideal. So again, this relates to the videos you make. So have any of them genuinely really made you angry, so that you kind
Anti-vaxxers.
Yeah. I had a funny feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah, straight on anti-vaxxers. I get horrendously grumpy at anti-vaxxers. I think I've only done 2 on them because they cause problems. They are a big issue in real life. I mean, people have died because of these little tit bags.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, I know. It's not good.
and that's the difference. See, that's why I think I've only made 2 anti-vaxxer videos in total, and I tried to keep them as light as I could, but I kind of felt that they were just upsetting me, winding me up, and making me want to lose my cool. And I try never to do that in my videos, but anti-vaxxers, that's the difference between a conspiracy. Can you consider them to be a conspiracy theorist? Because I suppose it is a conspiracy that they don't.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? They think it's to control the population, either through causing people mental problems through autism and things like that, or population control. And it's just like, no, they are not. They're to keep people alive. For Christ's sake, how is this difficult?
Yeah, I know. And that's the difference. Flat earthers are... If you compare them to anti-vaxxers, I suppose they're fairly harmless.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the both things, which is life-threatening and which is not, well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, anti-vaxxers are not good for us as a whole. Flat earthers are just fun to take the mick out of.
Yeah, exactly. So if you had a chance to go right back to the beginning and start your channel all over again, you jump onto Google, you type in create a YouTube channel, what would you do anything differently, or are you quite happy with where you are and where you're heading and what you've done so far?
I might have not sweared so much in the start.
Yeah.
But then I feel like because I can just keep going with it, and I've got that more freedom to say, no, whatever, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have probably started it earlier. That would have been a big one. But apart from that, no, I enjoy doing it. I do it for the fun. So why not?
So
gotta have a laugh.
What was the sort of, like with me, and I've said this in plenty of live streams before, I had the channel and I was playing around with a few different videos, trying this, trying that. And then I joined a Facebook group called Tube Ritual. It's like a group to help creators grow. And one of the other members said, oh, there's this channel, Simon Dan, he's growing mentally. And I thought, oh, I'll have a look at that. I know, because I always find scientific topics interesting. I'll have a look now, and I had a look. And the first video I clicked on was Dan, but Conspiracy Cats was in it as well. So nice. I watched a few of Dan's videos, then I watched a few of Cats' videos. And I kind of thought, I wish I knew as much about science as these, because I'd love to be making videos like this. And then the more I watched, the more stupid I could see Flat Earth was. Mm-hmm. And I thought, actually, I don't need to know anything. I don't even have to know how to spell the word science to be able to mock these people. And I kind of did one. And the first Flat Earth video I did, I had 3 likes and 1,800 dislikes. Because
Jesus.
Nathan Thompson picked up on the video within an hour of it being uploaded. And he shared the link in the world's biggest Facebook Flat Earth group.
Oh, but, I'm banned on that.
It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts.
Oh, jammy though, because that would be quite cool. But no, I got banned on that group for asking questions. They don't like questions.
Oh no, they don't like questions.
It's got to be their echo chamber.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. So, do you ever watch your own videos, Dan? Do you ever sort of sit down one day and think, oh, I'll have a look at a video I put up 2 months ago and see what I think? Do you ever watch it? Do you ever watch yourself?
I watch it when it's on as a premiere.
Yeah.
I'll watch the premiere and have the live chat, and I'll listen back to it. Obviously, I've watched it before uploading it, make sure I've not messed up too much.
Yeah.
But it's quite good. My wife started watching my videos because she's finding them funny, and watching some of the other channels and things. I've got her into them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only sort of time I watch them.
Yeah.
I think I had to re-download one of my own videos the other week because I wanted one of the funny clips that I had in it, and I wanted to reuse it. I thought, I can't remember where I found it, so I'll just go and pinch it off my own video.
Yeah, I've done that plenty of times as well. So clearly it's just me that watches his own videos then. Right, moving on. If you could witness any event, past, present, or future, what would it be and why?
Oh, moon landings, because I wish I was old enough to have gone and seen that. It'd be even better if I got to view it from the moon in a spacesuit. That would be even better. And then I get to be on the moon, so why the hell not?
Be a bit chilly though, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. But that'd be the past event. Future event, I'd love to see man landing on Mars or on the moon again. Yeah, they're the 2 ones I'd really love to see.
Right, so I think we've kind of touched on this, but we also haven't, right? So I don't like, say now, for example, I bump into somebody I've not seen for a long time and they ask, what am I doing now? What you do, what's your job? What you do for a living? And obviously I've got the vape shop with my sons, but I kind of do this now pretty much full time. And I just find it really awkward to explain because 90% of people just look at you as if you're touched in the head. What do you do for a living? I'm a YouTuber. What? How can you make money from doing? Do you know what I mean? So if somebody asks you what you do on you, how do you explain it?
I've only had to explain it once to somebody when I mentioned I do the occasional YouTube videos because they saw my glasses.
Yeah.
Because I use them in the pub obviously daily. So you want these? And I said, I've got a YouTube channel and things. Oh, what do you do on it? I was like, well, I make videos taking the mick out of people. They went, what? I said, well, there's people who believe the earth is flat, and they laughed at that. That was quite good.
Yeah.
And just said, well, I make videos taking the mick out of these people, calling them idiots and telling them why they're idiots. And as far as I know, that person has since subscribed to my channel and commented on my videos, so that's even better.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I say. I just make fun of people that believe the earth is flat, and yeah, because I just find it a really awkward question to answer, especially from older people, because they generally don't have a clue that being a YouTuber is a viable job.
Yeah, they don't realise there is actually money to be made in it.
Yeah.
And at the moment, my main channel is obviously small enough that I don't get advertisement. I've got a couple of Patreons. Thank you very much for those Patreons. And I get free gifts and bits like that.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's still a hobby for me.
Yeah.
It would be cool if it became, I got huge and was able to make it a full-time job and bits like that.
Yeah.
Or at least make it enough a job that I can then pay someone 2 days a week to be in the bar for me.
Yeah.
And I just devote that time to making videos because it's a nice break from the pub.
Yeah.
And it's fun to do. And the community's awesome as well. Between everyone on Discord, the people you see in live chats like this and premieres, it's really good. So,
because that's the thing as well. See, I think that a lot of people that don't make content don't realize how much time has to be dedicated to just making one 10 to 15 minute video. I think a lot, because I've had people say it to me. Oh, it's all you got to do is sit there and talk. But, I don't know about you, but my videos take between sort of 12 and 16 hours if I include finding the video, which usually takes about 30 seconds. But then the other portion of the 16 hours, if it's a longer video, it's all in the editing and sitting here and going through things and deciding what to say and recording it and cocking it up, so needing to record it again. And I don't think that there's that many people that understand how much work goes into, because even if you're going to make a 3-minute video, you couldn't knock out a 3-minute video in 20 minutes. That would still take a couple of hours. It's like with my videos, and I know we've all got our own way of doing it and we've all got our own process, but my videos always start off with about a 30-second intro. I generally spend about 4 hours on that before I even start recording the video, because there's so many layers to the edit and so many little bits and pieces. I generally spend, on a good day, it's 2 hours, but on average, it's about 4 hours on that first 30 seconds. And like I say, I don't think people truly understand how much work goes into it.
No, I have found as my channel's gone on, rather than my video making getting quicker, as I've got better with editing and then thinking, well, I can add this, I can add that, the process just seems to get longer and longer. Yeah. And as I'm getting better at the fine cuttings of the edit, I spend that extra 10, 15 seconds per cutting the clip out to get it, half a second back, that bit there.
Yeah.
And just that, sometimes trimming the videos out to get the right bits, that takes up an extra hour.
What editing software do you use?
Filmora. I've got Filmora 9.
Are you 9.3 is out now, mine?
Yes, I've got that on the desktop, because I looked at it and thought, Oh, that's different. Though I tried uploading a video direct from that to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Oh, yeah, don't do
That
that.
really didn't work.
No, don't do that. Do you keep your videos after you've uploaded them, or do you dump them?
I've got them all kept at the moment. They're all on my hard drive.
Yeah.
So I need to start. It's got getting to the stage now where I'm going to have to start putting them on the separate network drive and stuff like that. Just simply for all the little clip bits in between.
Yeah.
Just for like, this is a mic take, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all can go into little separate folders.
Yeah.
And keeping the original videos I've downloaded as well, in case I think, right, I want a bit that stupid person said in that video. The worst bit that I keep having to re-get, because I download it and then delete it, not thinking, is Bob Nodell with his gyroscope and bloody Jeranism with his interesting. And I download it probably once a month, and I'm like, ugh, why did I delete that again?
Yeah, I did exactly the same thing, but now I've got a folder of sort of clips that I regularly use.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just sat down one day and thought, right, the Bob Nodell clip, I need to keep that. And I don't think I've got the Jeranism clip, but I do exactly the same thing. So going back to flat earthers, and the answer to this question it's not really an answer, it's just going to be opinion based. But do you think that they really do think that the earth is flat? Or, as we said earlier on, are they just doing it because they've seen it as an opportunity to make money?
I think there are a few of them that think the earth is flat, and it's a bit sad, really.
Yeah.
But I think the big sort of well-developed channels in that sort of community, they are just in it for the money. So that's all they're after.
Give us some examples.
Oh, Globebusters,
Yep.
Bob Nodell, obviously, Nathan Thompson, Nathan Oakley, Nathan Roberts, those sort of crazy people. Orphan Red for definite. She's well in it for the money and the likes and the Patreons and donations and the look at my boobies.
Yeah, because somebody sent me I can't remember if I had it as a DM or an email, or it could even have been a comment, but somebody told me that Orphan Red is a character and she's actually a very talented actress, a working actress, and that Orphan Red is just a character she came up with to make a living on YouTube.
I don't want to know what profession she's acting in.
No.
Because that would be quite scary.
It would, yeah.
I do feel like that is a persona for her, because she's rebranded her channel at the moment as Mensa Girl.
Yeah, that's right. I clocked that the other day when I used a little clip of hers in, I think it was in Friday's video, actually.
Yeah, but she's gone for, I'm going to cover up my boobies, I'm going to talk a bit more sensible, and stepped away from that character, because she obviously had her Orphan Blue channel as well, didn't she? Which was a bit more risque, send me some money, I'll read you a bedtime story sort of thing. Like, okay.
Maybe that's the type of acting she does then, I don't know. No comment.
No.
The next question doesn't really apply to you at the moment, but it's going to apply to you soon. So if YouTube became a platform where there was no opportunity to make any money from it at all, would you carry on doing what you do now?
Well, I don't really I think I make $4 a month at the moment, so it's not really a money-making thing for me. It's more of a hobby at the moment.
Yeah,
I think even if I did start making money and then it all dropped away, I'd probably still make it, because it takes time away from work and I enjoy doing it. So
it's an escape, isn't it, to a certain extent?
It is, yeah. After doing a load of hours in the pub and listening to crazy people in the pub being drunk, it's nice to get drunk myself and then laugh at crazy people on YouTube.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I enjoy it. It's just because, not that it's an escape from anything, but it just absolutely baffles me, some of the things these people say. And it's almost as if this is what it kind of makes me think of, right? So one day, somebody, we'll say Nathan Thompson, wrote the Flat Earther's Handbook. These are all the things you have to say to be a flat earther, and you have to stick to this narrative. And it's almost as if, like the video I did on Friday, Jesse Johnson, he said nothing at all that hasn't been said by every other flat earther that I've ever made a video about. So it kind of feels to me as if there's like a guidebook, and they're all, I'm making this video. Oh, hang on, Yep, right. Yeah, that's definitely in the handbook. I can say that because none of them really say anything. And you sit back and say, well, bloody hell, I've not heard any flat earther say that before. They all say exactly the same thing.
I think there is a general consensus on what all of them say, but when half of them can't decide if the sun's inside the globe or outside the globe.
Yeah.
They can't decide how big it is because these are numbers that they can't decide on because no number actually fits their model because they don't have a model.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The reason they can't agree on that is because no matter how hard they try, they can't make it work. And they can't make it work because it isn't reality, is it?
No, it's let's see what fairy tale we can come up with and try and make it as believable as possible to people who believe in fairy tales.
Yeah, exactly. So if you could choose any other topic to make videos about, what would it be? And it can't be anything to do with flat earth or conspiracies.
Cooking, making pizzas, pasta, homebrew beer, stuff like that, because there are other things that interest me.
Yeah. Funny enough, I stumbled across a channel when I was working in the vape shop today, and I stumbled across a channel. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's an American guy, and he's just basically barbecuing in his back garden. But he's got nearly 1 million subscribers, and oh my God, I was starving after watching 3 of his videos. I just wanted to go to America and have some real barbecue cooked for me.
Nice. I did do a live stream a couple of months back where I did just make pizza dough, make barbecue sauce, and make pizza sauce.
I think I saw
and
that.
It did go down really well, and I was like, oh. And then I obviously did a couple of live streams at my pizza oven, which people seem to enjoy. Just chatting rubbish. Why not?
That's the thing. See, you never know what people are going to be interested in, because what I find is sometimes I'll upload a video and I feel really good about it, and it won't get the views, and then I'll upload a video that I think I'm not happy with this. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said this, and then they tend to be the ones that get better views and get more of a response, get better engagement.
No, I find that as well. There's a couple of videos I thought, oh, why am I making this video? It's so stupid. I think my favorite one, I did a video that they'd made a website for flat earthers. It was a flat earth dating site, so flat earthers could find each other. I think it was just titled "Flat Earthers Are Going to Breed" or something like that. And it had the most comments on it, the most likes, and the most views out of like all my videos up to that point. And I was like, why?
This is what I mean. See, you never know what's going to go. Because if you think about it, if we all knew exactly which videos were going to hit the mark, we'd all have millions of subscribers and millions of comments. And because if there was a crystal ball you could use, I know there's certain softwares and sort of analytical things you can look at to try and determine which videos are going to work well. Like for example, the Onision video I did. It's the most viewed video on my channel, but there's another Welsh guy, and he was on about 4,500 subscribers. Admittedly, he's young and sickeningly good looking, but he did one video on Onision and he jumped up to 40,000 subscribers.
Jesus,
so I thought, I'll have a slice of that, please. I made an Onision video. I picked up about 300 subscribers, which is good, and it got like 25,000 views, but his video got like 245,000 views in 48 hours, and he jumped from 6,000 up to nearly, well, it was just under 40,000. So again, I don't think it's just what you're talking about. I think it's who you are as well.
I agree. Who you are and whether the algorithm likes you or not, because the algorithm likes you more depending on how many subscribers you got. Because I think if you're below 100, it gives you that first initial boost. Then you have to get to like 300. Then it gives you another boost. And then after 1,000, it gives you a little boost. Then after 10,000, it gives you a little boost. It makes you work for those last few bits to make sure you're going for it. And if he's just in that right position at the time, the algorithm's working for him. He's hit a video people are interested in, and it just explodes. And once the views start coming in, the algorithm kicks in again and says, well, we'll push that even more. You're like, you bugger.
The thing is as well, see, a big part of the theory of the algorithm is that you've got to be making videos that people are already looking for. Because if people aren't, if you made a video called, I don't know, why do flat earthers eat pizza? Nobody's looking for that. Do you know what I mean?
They might be looking for pizza, though.
Yeah. But then you're going to pick up people looking for pizza videos and they're going to go, what's this shit? I wanted to learn how to cook a large pepperoni, not why Nathan Oakley eats so much pizza. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of, it's a really difficult thing to get to grips with. Right then, side chat. If you've got any questions for Dan, the Sarcastic Barman, start tagging us in the side chat. I'm at the Creaky Blinder. No, I'm not. I'm at Creaky Blinder, and Dan is at Sarcastic Barman. So tag away. Ask him anything. Try not to make it too rude, though, because, you know, reasons. So yeah, send us over some questions.
I've not sworn much on your channel.
Not much at all. I'm very proud of you, Dan. I will just go back through it later on and bleep it all out.
Well, who's that did that? Rider of Dinosaurs took one of my videos and bleeped it.
Yeah.
And I think there was 70 odd bleeps on this 12-minute long video.
Probably sounded like a house track.
Morse code, I think.
Yeah. So have you got anything coming up that you'd like to plug? Anything going on your channel or the Shills or anything happening that you want to talk about?
All being well, I'll be on the Shills Friday and Saturday because I'm house sitting for my parents at the moment because I'm obviously on holiday, so I've snuck away to my sister's house to do this at the moment. Oh, right. But their internet should be installed on Tuesday because they're having a new internet put in. So hopefully I'll be able to get a video out for Wednesday as normal. I've got no idea what I'm going to make it on yet. So if anyone's got any suggestions, throw it at me on Discord. I'm always in your chat and a few other places. So if you see me there, just throw me, do this video, Dan. And I'll be like, oh, okay then.
Yeah, I'm exactly
nothing planned.
I'm exactly the same. I've never got anything planned until the day I'm going to make the video, and I don't think it'll ever change. I've got like a list. People will have heard me refer to my list, but it's basically somebody will send me a link, and I just save the link into a possible video playlist that I've created on my channel that only I can see, and I kind of look there and hope there's something worth making a video about. Right then, a couple of questions have come in. Who is he? He's the Sarcastic Barman. I think we've established that. And if you want to subscribe to him, and I highly recommend it, there's a link to his channel in the video description, so you can either do that now or later.
Nice. I've just dropped that in the chat as well because I can.
Wicked. Jut the Drunk Monkey wants you to give him a song. I'm not sure if he means like a romantic serenade or just a song in general.
Oh dear Jut, why are you so goddamn drunk? That'll do. Because otherwise everyone will be leaving. I can see one from the Travelling Sasquatch. That's an awesome name. How long have you been running a pub? This pub I've been running for almost 2 years. Before that I had a restaurant. Before that I was running pubs for other people, and my parents have had pubs. So I've been in the pub trade since I was about 6. So, yeah, most of my life, really.
So, I've got a question for you, Dan. Is being a pub person like people think it is? Because I've always imagined that it's a really difficult... But because you work at night, don't you? The majority of the time, you know, the average man goes to work at 9, finishes at 5, but... a pub owner, landlord, that's not the case, is it? So it must be quite a tight lifestyle.
I'm normally in the bar at 8:30 in the morning, opening up ready because we do breakfast as well.
Yeah.
Some days I can still be there 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. It depends because the wife obviously does bits as well.
Yeah.
And I make time to do some YouTube bits on a Friday and Saturday night. I'll leave the pub at 11 o'clock, so I'm there ready for 11:30 start on the Shills.
Yeah.
My videos for the week I tend to record when it's quiet after lunch, that middle bit. Sometimes after I've shut the pub, so sometimes I can be there till 2 in the morning making YouTube videos, so that's fun. But it is, 7 days a week. We have one afternoon off a week where we get a girl in who covers the 70, 80 hours a week.
Yeah. So it's I suppose it's like any other self-employed person, because the biggest thing I always get, or I've always had, is people just think if you own a business, that makes you rich. But it doesn't, because the average self-employed person, you know, if they can pay themselves just above minimum wage, they're doing okay. because businesses cost money to run. And again, I think that's a misconception, you know. Oh, look at Dan, he owns a pub, he must be rolling in cash.
I wish.
Take time off whenever he feels like, and he doesn't have to answer to anyone. But you have to answer to all your customers. You have to answer
to the customers, answer to the wife.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Answer to the reps from the brewery saying, why haven't you ordered much beer this month? And you're like, it's January.
Yeah, exactly. It's never as glamorous as people seem to think it is. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look at some of the super chats in case I forget to do it.
Cool. While you're having a look, I'm just going to let Andy Rue know that a pint was £3.70 for a pint of Amstel, because he was going to super chat you a pint, as you mentioned that.
All right.
Also, while you're looking, I saw a couple of others. How good are the burgers? Do you make your own patties from William Signs? Yes, I make my own 8-ounce beef steak burgers with caramelized red onions in them.
So in your pub, Dan, sorry to interrupt you, can I order my burger medium?
Yes.
I can't, because that's one thing. We went out for something to eat a couple of nights ago. There's a pub that's just reopened locally, and the burgers looked absolutely fantastic. And it was okay, but it was dry, and I would have liked it medium rare. I eat steak, but I would have liked being able to say, look, can I have it medium? But I can never seem to find anywhere that will cook a burger like that.
They changed the law last year on steak bits like that, and you're not really supposed to. You're supposed to get a visit off your health visitor and stuff like that. They then check out how you're cooking the meat. Are you making your own steak? Because if you're not doing your own steak mince, then you can't. Because of any contaminants and things that get into it. So even if you buy minced beef, unless you're mincing it yourself, you shouldn't really, because once the air starts getting to it and things like that, it's not really good for it. But cooking it from the outside, you usually can.
Yeah, because when I order steak, if it doesn't bleed when I stick my knife in it, it's overcooked.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to experience a properly cooked burger, so maybe one day I will come and annoy you for a burger. So Sam Twitchen, $2 asks what your channel link is, but I think you've probably shared it since.
It has been shared since, yes.
Oh, I can't say that name. Just here to say, not all religious people believe the earth is flat. No, we know that not all religious people believe the earth is flat, but flat earth does seem to have more than its fair share of religious people, in my opinion. The
they do have a lot of religious.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you to the Traveling Sasquatch for becoming a channel member. Oh, right. Sam Twitchen, another $2 super chat. Most of us understand, actually. I think he was probably referring to when I was saying that people don't understand how much work goes into a YouTube video. Okay. Mm-hmm. Another $2 super chat of Sam Twitchen. Am I going to have Simon Dan on? You'll just have to wait and see. Yes, I am. And Tech Blog, $10 with no message. Thank you very much indeed. So are there any more questions coming in? Right, come to Georgia. There's a restaurant that serves £1 hamburger, £1. I don't think I could finish it. That's a big ass burger, isn't it?
That is. I mean, ours are 8-ounce, people struggle, especially with the time you got bacon and cheese and everything on top of them. So yeah.
Jack the Drunk Monkey wants to know, Dan, what YouTubers you've met and who was the maddest?
Oh, out of YouTube creators, Jutmonk is quite crazy and fell asleep on the drive back from London. Nice. That was quite funny, because I've obviously met a few of the shills. We met AB Science down in Cardiff. He came to London. Jim Bojo, he was quite cool. Anti-Flatter was over from New Zealand. That was quite cool. We all went to London and got very, very drunk. So that was good. Nice. Apart from Jim Bojo, because he was driving. Obviously, I met you in the pub. I've had a few of my subscribers have come down to the pub, said hello, but none of them are creators, which is a bit of a shame, and names go completely out my head. But yeah, I'd recognise them if they popped up in the chat and said, I come to your pub, you bugger. Why can't you remember my name? It's because I'm useless.
Do you ever, one thing I wonder, and you can illustrate this now by just looking at the side chat. What does Heat Shield look like? What does Chris Noonan look like? What does William Signs look like? I always... I don't know why, but I just get this thing, and I see a because you know when you see a name frequently, you start feeling like you sort of know that person.
Mm-hmm.
But I could be having a pee in the public toilet in Cardiff, and one of those could
You wouldn't know at all,
and
would
I
you?
wouldn't know, and it just it freaks me out. And then you know when you're out and about, and you sort of catch somebody out of the side of out of the corner of your eye staring at you, and you're looking and thinking, do they know who I am? Am I meant to know who they are, or are they just staring at me because they're a weirdo? And I don't know what, it always puzzles me. I always wonder what people look like based on the names in the side chat. Or again, it could just be me. That's weird.
No, I do sit there and think, I wonder what they're like. I wonder what they're like.
Yeah.
I mean, it was weird meeting Jutmonk, because he's a great example, because he talks and he's loud and things like that, but he's a bit older than me. So you think, yeah, he's going to look a bit older and things like that. The little twat looks younger than me. He's skinny. He looks like an actual monkey because he looks like that wiry sort of person who's going to jump up a tree. It's so funny.
Right. William Sainz has just pointed out that his profile pic is his actual face. So he was probably a bad example. So I will investigate later on. You know why it really bothers me? There's one person, and it really bothers me that I don't know what he looks like, and that's Radical. Frustrates me no end, because I speak to him all the time. I speak to him on Discord. You know, we'll call each other if something's going on and I need help off. Well, it's nearly always I need help off him. He never really needs me for anything. And it just bothers me that I don't know what he looks like. And I've got this image in my head of Goldmember from the Austin Powers films, and I'm fairly certain he doesn't look like that, but in my mind's eye, that's what Radical looks like now. He wears a gold tracksuit all the time.
I picture him more as Notch from Minecraft, the bloke who made that. I don't know why, but yeah. But no, I know what you mean about Radical, because we've had him on the shills a few times. I've had him on my occasional live stream. And after the stream, we all turn on our cameras if we haven't had cameras on, and we're there chatting away and things. And he's still an avatar, and you're like,
yeah.
What are you hiding?
yeah, exactly. Is he somebody really famous, and this YouTube thing is just like a secondary hobby for him?
You never know. That would be really interesting if it was.
Is he Hugh Jackman putting on a fake accent? You know what I mean? He could, because that's the thing. He could be anybody. He could be absolutely anybody, couldn't he? But because we never see him, and probably will never get to see him, we'll never know. It's one of the great mysteries of the debunking community.
Well, he could set a challenge for his 10,000 subscriber special, which is a good thing for him to get to 10,000 subs.
Yeah.
He should do a face reveal.
Yeah, like Team Skeptic did, because Team was another one. And again, I speak to him, and it was like, I just want to know what you look like. Not for any reason other than I'm a nosy get, and I want to know. And then when he did his face reveal, I was like, That's not what you look like. That's not how I pictured you. How dare you look like that? That's not what I was expecting.
No, he looked the complete different, didn't he? Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
but it's like listening to people on the radio. You build up an image for them, and then they'll pop up on telling you, think, no, you're not that person. What?
Yeah, exactly. It's really bizarre. So has anybody else in the side chat got questions for this young man who has joined me very kindly tonight as my very first, and dare I say, experimental guest on episode number 1 of Creakycast, because I really didn't know if it was going to work. I think it's worked quite well. I don't know how you feel about it, Dan, but
I've enjoyed this.
I think it's been good fun. Let's have some feedback from the side chat. Who's enjoyed this format? Do you think this is something that people will like? I hope so, because I've got guests booked right up until the end of April, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them if everybody hates it. But I'm enjoying it, and I think it's more sort of relaxed and informative.
It's definitely a good laugh, this. I've just seen Mike71. Were you surprised for Brainy Beaver too? Yes, I didn't think he'd look like that.
How could I forget that? Yes, exactly. Do you know, I don't think Brainy Beaver's got back to me about being a guest either. I'll have to check my Discord, or maybe he has and I've just missed it.
Oh, he's useless on Discord. You have to bug him.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe it's not me for once then.
Yeah, I don't know if we've got him due anytime soon. I haven't got my diary with me to check. Because if he was coming on in the next couple of weeks or something, I'd say, wait, get back to Thingy.
I'm still practicing playing poker as well, because I am mindful of the fact that I've been asked to come and play poker on your stream numerous times, and it's not that I don't want to. It's just I'm really bad at poker, and I'm also a really, really sore loser. So unless I can come on and whip all your asses, you'll just have to wait.
The poker's all in fun, and hopefully I should be on that next Sunday, so that'll be good. But you've been asked to come on the shills as well. You're just getting old, and you need to stay up till 11:30.
Do you know what it is, right? Like, for example, yesterday morning I got up at 10 to 6 for no reason other than I woke up. This morning I got up I had a lay-in today. I didn't get up until 7:45. I just can't sleep in the mornings, because if I sleep in beyond sort of 8 o'clock, I literally feel like I've got a hangover. But then, you know, it's 8:30 now. After this is finished, I'll probably watch an hour of TV, and I'll be catching flies by 10:30 easily.
Oh, God. See, my sisters will probably crack the beer open when I'm done this. They're all in the other room. So, what have we got here? There's a couple of tags. Doc Scranton.
Doc
Who was your main Scrotum. Who was your main influence in Flat Earth? No one from the Flat Earth really influenced me, but one of the first good YouTubers I was watching when I first started watching lots of YouTube stuff was Professor Stick, and he did a couple of Flat Earth videos, and that's what got me into Flat Earth, because he hated doing them. So I don't know why you people want to see Flat Earth, but here you go. But yeah, Professor Stick, he was really good. He still is. I just don't get a chance to watch him as much. Yeah.
That's the thing. See, it's difficult as well to keep up with what everyone's putting out, because you imagine now if you watched every single video that every one of us put out when they put it out. You'd never be away from your phone or your tablet or whatever you use.
No, I mean, I'm lucky because I can have my laptop open all day. I can have it in the kitchen, and I struggle to keep up. There's ones I prioritize. I try and watch the shills ones.
Yeah.
Because if we bring it up in a chat on the show, I'd like to be able to not seem like an idiot who doesn't know what my fellow channel members have done.
Yeah.
So it's them.
That's the thing, because
people
it's
like
always
yourself, Sir Sick, and a couple of others that I have to keep watching because they're awesome.
It's always embarrassing, I find, if somebody says, and I won't pick any names, but if another one of our group says, "Oh, did you see my video on Tuesday?" And it's like, no, it's in my to watch list, because it's just so time consuming to watch everyone's content. But also, and this, I meant to ask you this earlier, but it's just come back to me now. Do you think that the way you make your videos is influenced by anyone else? Not necessarily within this community, but when you watch your videos back, because I went through my Leon Lush phase, right? And I still like Leon Lush's videos, and I still watch them every time he uploads them. But he's nothing to do with conspiracy. He just makes funny videos, and I just like the way he does it. But when I first was put on to him by my eldest son, interestingly enough, as soon as my next video went up, he said, "Dad, I can tell you've been watching Leon Lush." And I was like, oh, damn. So do you find that anybody influences you in the way you present your videos?
Yes, but as a more broad sense, when you look at people and they do the cut scenes and the little silly jumps, I do watch, whenever I watch yours, I think, oh, should I do that close-up camera angle or the little weird little filters? And I think, I want to put them in, but at the same time, I don't want to make it look like I'm copying you or other ones. So I try and pull things in without looking too much like a copycat, really.
That's the thing, see. I quite often, and I did it on Friday's video, I cut something out because it was almost as if I had downloaded a section of a Leon Lush video and put it in my own video, and I thought, I can't, I've got to pull it. I know he's not going to see my videos, you know, because I'm fed up of trying to get him to see my videos now, you know. My fingers are worn down to the knuckles from typing emails to him so often. But it's kind of, I always feel self-conscious that if I recognize it as being similar to somebody else's video, who else will, and who will call you out on it? Because I think part of doing what we do is having a certain, like, to me, you were the guy that makes videos stood behind a bar.
Yes.
Maybe not everybody would recognize. I know you can clearly see it's a bar, but I've been to the pub now, so I can sort of. I know where he was standing when he makes his videos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I sit in that one location. The gins are behind me. Beer badges on the back.
Yeah.
And it is good for anyone who does come to my pub. You'll see him and go, it's there. And
Yeah,
if you want, I'll even let you stand behind my bar and I'll take a picture.
Yeah, it's a weird thing though, isn't it? Because again, now, like, obviously now I film from home now, and I always used to film from my office at work before I shut down the sign company. But I had a conversation with somebody once. I can't remember. It was Plan a Walk, actually. And he had this idea in his head that I was in a big open space with lights, and I showed him one day, and it's like, you can't even see the carpet because the floor's got so much rubbish. It's a shithole. And it's not what it would appear to be. But, you know, it's like this room now. This is a spare bedroom in my house. And it's not a big room. You know, I can't quite reach the door, but it's not a million miles away. You know, and I just think it's weird that people... I always wonder what people think this is like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, I've had a couple of people when we've done live streams when my internet let me do it. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. But when I've turned the camera around, they go, "Oh, you are actually in a pub." It's like,
yeah.
Yes. Of course I'm in a pub.
Yeah. Yeah. So do some people think that, like, I'm the sarcastic... You were the sarcastic barman, so your backdrop needs to be bar themed? Well,
yeah.
But no, it's bar themed because you own a pub and you're still behind the bar recording.
Yeah, and it's great. I think I've recorded in every room. I think I've even done some video bits from the cellar, which was quite funky, with all the barrels near me. So yeah.
There's a couple more super chats come in. I said tech blog, didn't I? Sam Twitchen wants to know if you like IPA.
I do, yes. I don't mind a nice pint of IPA.
You sell HPA in your pub?
I had some HPA on just before Christmas, yes.
Did you?
For anyone who doesn't know, that's Hereford Pale Ale.
Yeah, the last time... No, was it the last time or the time before when I came up to visit my brother and my sister-in-law? He let me try HPA, and oh my, it's so nice.
It's nicer than the Butty Bach. The Butty Bach's not a bad pint, but HPA is nicer.
Because I'm half girl, I drink lager with a lemon top because it just kind of takes that bite out of it. Yeah, everyone pulls that face. Do you know if my wife and I go out for a drink and I order 2 pints of lager and one's a lemon top, every single time they bring it to the table, they put the lemon top in front of my wife and make me feel like a big girl.
Well, even though I'm laughing at you and pulling your face, shh, don't tell anyone, but I do the same.
Yeah, it just smooth. Do you know what else I do? Do you like Guinness?
No, I'm not a stout fan. I'm not
not either, right?
I don't mind a mild, but...
Put a tiny, tiny drop of blackcurrant in it. And it's smooth. It gives it an annoying purple spot in the middle of the head. But careful. But it smooths it out and it makes it really, really nice. Honestly, a little tiny drop of blackcurrant in Guinness. It sounds rank, but it's absolutely lovely.
I'll give it a try because we've got some Guinness in, so I'll give it a try just in case.
So yes, you do like IPA. Thank you very much to my favourite American veterinarian, Christopher Shapley, DVM CVA. Loves this new format and he really enjoyed you, Dan.
Yay, thank you very much, Squire.
It's always nice to be enjoyed.
It is.
And 15 Australian dollars from Andy Roo should cover one each.
Hey.
Is that money for nipple pasties or... Oh, that's the one you said wanted to buy us a drink, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Right, next time I'm in Hereford, we shall partake in a drink in your pub together.
That sounds like a plan.
It does sound like a plan, and you can cook me a medium burger.
Deal.
Right, does anybody else have any questions in the side chat before we wrap this up? Because
I've answered a couple.
I don't know if anyone can see it, but up on the top shelf there, although you can't see it, I had a little mini air conditioning unit bought for me for Christmas. It wasn't by Santa Claus, it was by my mammy. But it's run out of water, so I'm getting sweatier and sweatier by the minute, and I can feel myself starting to slip down the chair.
Oh, you need to swap with me because I'm actually thinking of putting my jacket back on. I'm getting a bit cold.
Is it? Do you know what it is? My PC has got... My PC... We've had a discussion about my PC before because you sent me some... And there's another thing as well. I should have said this right at the beginning, and it's really rude of me. Dan is actually one of my Patreons as well, and I've never had the opportunity to actually thank him for it. And he's one of my original Patreons as well. I think Turquoise Laura was my very first... No, in fact, I know she was my very first ever Patreon. And I think... Can't remember. I didn't have many when you became a Patreon either, so thank you, Dan. You are a legend, as I tell you all the time.
You're welcome.
So, questions. Flight path. I was trying to link a page to Arrogant Bastard Ale for Sarcastic Barman. I am sure if he is interested in seeing it, he would let you email it to him or send him a DM on Discord.
Oh, yeah, pop me a DM on Discord, or if you're on my Discord server, pop it in the chat, and then everyone gets to see it, so which is all good. If anyone does want my Discord, I don't think Greg will mind, but the links are on my last YouTube video. They're in all of them, so come in, say hello. Yeah.
William Signs is saying, this isn't a question, this is a statement, and this just shows that he's definitely not from the UK. He is saying that we don't have central AC in Wales. It's always bloody freezing in Wales. It's freezing in Wales now. The reason it's so unbearably hot in my room is because my PC was built... I scavenged the old parts out of my son's... My son had a new PC built, I think, was it last year, Dan? Because when he had it built, I think that's when you sent me some bits and pieces. So I scavenged all the old parts out of my son's PC. And Dan here, I'm pointing at my screen. You can't even see it, but... Dan, that's him just there. Oh, there, see him? He sent me some RAM and some other bits and pieces. And Robert Legia, who is usually in the side chat, and he's still in the side chat, was very kind and sent me a graphics card. But because I am a cheapskate, I never bothered buying a new case. And this case hasn't got very good ventilation. And the radiator hasn't been on in this room since I started using it. And I can't even explain how hot it is in here. Sometimes when I'm recording videos, I have to leave the room to avoid passing out. That's how hot it gets in here. It's unbearable, it is. So if anybody's a computer nerd, no offense, Dan.
It sounds like you need to adjust your airflow on the case, and it shouldn't be getting that hot to heat a room of any sort of decent size. Dan, honestly, I'm sweating like a fat bird at a barbecue. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous in here. So I need some advice on a suitable case. Are you using the water cooler I sent you? No, it never worked. Never worked. Really? Yeah. We tried it in my boy's PC and mine, and it didn't work. Oh, would that make a difference? Because they're not hugely expensive anyway, are they? They're not. I know it wasn't. It was just an all-in-one water cooler. Yeah. But with the radiator blowing out the air like that, it might give a bit of extra airflow. Yeah. But really, your computer shouldn't be getting that hot to heat a room of that size. It's not. If you touch it, it just feels warm. But I think because I've got these blackout curtains and I always keep the door shut and everything, and the room's only about, I don't know, 10 by 8. It's about the size of a prison cell. Damn, I've just given away. It shouldn't be heating that much. Honestly, Dan, it is boiling in here. And before my son gave up this PC, when it was in his room, which is double the size of this, it was exactly the same in there. It's unbearable, but there's only one fan, and there's nowhere to put extra fans. There's no, you need kind of, I don't know what it's called, but breathing space around the case for the fans to work. You want the air to be able to circulate. There's nowhere for you to put extra fans or no ventilation holes. So I've taken the side case off, and that's just made it worse. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. But there we go. Yeah. Yeah, definitely invest. Next time you can, invest in a big, nice new case with some fans in it. Even if you don't have a water cooler on it, which if you're not overclocking, you don't really need anyway. Yeah. But just let the air circulate properly. Yeah. And just... make sure it's in a position where the air can circulate round it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound good if it's heating up a room that big.
Oh, it's proper heating it up. Penguin 95 said, so the red glow behind me is the computer, not mood lighting. Yeah, it is the computer. People seem to think I've got LEDs, but no LEDs. It's just my computer. It's actually on fire. Plus, it's under my desk, about 8 inches away from my crotch. So maybe that's why I start sweating from the middle and it radiates outwards.
Not good.
It's definitely not good. It's definitely not good. Right, I've addressed all the super chats. I've thanked Dan. I've thanked everyone for being here. Have I thanked my Patreons? My Patreons, thank you very much indeed. I think the list I've got scrolling on the screen is up to date. Once the video uploads, leave me some comments. Let us know what you think of this new format. I really, really hope you like it because, like I say, I've got people booked to come on every Sunday now up until April the 5th. Who have I got? I've got loads of people. I've got Simon Dan, Conspiracy Cats. My dad, Mr. Sensible. I've got Jut the Drunk Monkey. I've got Marvel Girl. I've got lots of people. I should have a list. I've got a list. Steaming Cup of Reason, Rider of Dinosaurs, Casual Spaceman, Plan a Walk, Team Skeptic, Dr. Bob, Fight the Flat Earth. So I really
sounds
hope...
like a very good crowd.
Yeah, I just think people are interested, and I hope that my thought was right, because I'm going to be so disappointed if I was wrong. But anyway, thank you very much to everyone who's watched. Don't forget to give the video a like, and more importantly, don't forget to jump over to Dan's channel, the Sarcastic Barman, if he wants to quickly share the link in the side chat and go over and give him a subscribe. Let's see if we can get him over 1,000 subscribers ASAP.
Yay.
As soon as possible for all the lay people in the side chat. I'm the Creaky Blinder. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.